Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, YouTube world. How y'all doing today? So, I give it a few minutes, let people come on in here. Let me give it a minute. Mm. It's been a long day, long day. Welcome in, family. Come on in, come on in. I'll wait till people come on in here. Let me give it a minute. Trying to get settled right. That's a little bit better. Looking too close. Just making my ears stick out. I don't like that. I'm waiting on my people to get in here. I'm just waiting. So good day. Happy Thursday, everybody. Happy Thursday. I don't know if anybody got notifications, but I said I was gonna go live. I give it a few more minutes. You hear music playing in the background. I don't own the rights to the music if you hear it. Um, Today I did some videos on I didn't get finished though, but I did some videos. I started doing videos on me going to the doctor. I was having a procedure done today. And I had to get an endoscopy and I can't even say it right. I had to get a procedure done today. And endoscopy, and I was just having like some stomach issues, so I had to go get another one done. They wanted to make sure I didn't have any ulcers or anything like that, which it was not. So I'm pleased on that, that I didn't have anything going on at the time, that it's not an ulcer or nothing. So I thank and praise God that everything came out good. So um, also, I wanted to talk about, I started a new job, so it's a little bit more intense and it keeps me busy, very busy. So I really don't have no rest days until either like Thursday, Friday, and Saturday are my only rest days in the evening. I work my daytime job still, but I have a cause why I'm doing it. I just pray for God's strength to get me through. Um, I don't have a long term goal to be there long, but I want to be there long enough to get some things done because, like I said, I'll be 50 next year, and Lord's willing, Lord's willing, I want to be able to take an international trip. So I'm working on that. I'll give it a minute. Um, I'm supposed to be looking. When you come into the studio, everybody, please make sure you hit the like button, share the video out if you can, please. Um, Let me see. I got some topics that I want to talk about today. Um, I just want to talk about just the world being why are we so caught up in the world's systematic? It's I'm gonna play a video. I think I saved it that I want you to see. I know on my Instagram story I was just posting videos of some things that I just found out about, which is kind of sad as well. But it's like it's a lot going on. But I continue to say I keep my mind on Jesus because if I didn't, then I know that I would be crazy in this world that we're living in today because it's full of stress, anxiety, and depression. And that's not a way that God wants us to live. So um, it will most definitely put you in that state of mind with a lot of things that goes on. So I just wanted to get on here today. We're going to have a little bit of conversation. I was supposed to have been having a guest. I'm not sure what happened to her. So we're just going to talk a little bit, if that's okay with you. It is our church anniversary this weekend. It started off today. I wasn't able to go because I had this procedure done and I wasn't able to drive. I had my daughter driving me around. So, and then I had also a dentist appointment, a dental cleaning. So I didn't get to do anything that I really wanted to do. I knew I was off today, but I had to get some stuff done. So basically, um, that's my story. So tomorrow I have to work. I'm not sure if I'll be able to go tomorrow, but I know I will be there for sure Sunday, and I can't wait because um, I know I heard that it was great today, and I would have loved to go today. And I'm not sure I'm gonna try to make it tomorrow, but it's not a guarantee that I'll be able to once I get off work. And if not, I'll be there Sunday. I have to usher Sunday too, so I'm gonna be trying to look cute, trying to anyway. But it is if y'all are here in Indianapolis and you don't have a church home, you need a place to go to. You are more than welcome to come out to my church and visit. 4560, I believe, Knowlton Road. So if you don't have a church home, if you looking for something, come on out, come on visit. Even if it's your first time, come on out to our church. We would love to have you. We would even love just to have you to come out just to for our church anniversary if you're able to. So, with that being said, I'm going to go and get started because we are almost 10 minutes in now. I gave you a little bit of my spiel. I hope everybody had a great Thursday today. It's Thursday, time goes by fast. And if you're still here in the land of the living, just try to find something great to do with yourself, even daily. If you wasn't able to accomplish whatever it was that you were supposed to get done, quit procrastinating. And I could speak because I know I do it a whole lot. And quit procrastinating and putting it off for the next day and then the next day and then the next day. Because that day turns into months, turns into weeks, and it could turn into a year. And you still haven't accomplished the things that you wanted to do or to reach out to do. So just get out there and do what you're supposed to do. So um, it gets, I know it gets hard, and with life itself, it's like, okay, what am I supposed to do? Then it's like, oh, dang, it's too late to do it now. But it's never too late. Just take one day at a time. And I feel like even with myself, I'm going to get on topic in a few minutes, y'all. I know I'm supposed to be getting these topics on now. But even with myself, I feel because, like I said, I procrastinate a whole lot, and I know the feeling of it. And but even with that being said, myself, I just have to learn to take one thing, get it done one day at a time. Because with me, I got this to do and that to do and this to do and that to do. I feel like I'm a person that has ADHD as just, I don't have ADHD, but I just feel like a person that have ADHD with just the things that I do. I just feel like that's just what it is, because goodness, it gets rough sometimes. I'm sorry. So I wanted to talk about some things, and I feel like the Lord has been dealing with me on obedience. I've heard, I watched Kitty, I watched her Bible study one morning, and she was speaking on obedience, and it just keeps coming back to me about obedience. And what makes it hard is because, I try to live this life out. I was never like really a rebellious child coming up. I pretty much listened to what my mother said. I probably was stubborn and a little bullheaded. But as I got grown, as I was able to get out there on my own, and I didn't want to actually listen like I should have listened. So that was kind of rough for me. And I talk to God all the time. All the time. If you see me talking to myself, I'm probably talking to God. But I talk to him, and I battle with God a lot. Not in a bad way, because like I said, I do fear my Lord. I don't battle with him like that, but the relationship I have where we go back and forth and just dealing with it, it's just something that I do. And, and I speak on it like, Lord, I listen to my elders. I listen to them and the things that they sit there and tell me. I listen a lot. It's not like I don't listen or I'm bullheaded on what the elders tell me, because I pretty much do it, to the point where sometimes I feel like even their advice don't help. I gotta sit up and go either to God, or I try to figure it out on my own. But other than that, so I know it's speaking to me in ways, because I can say certain ways I don't. I'm probably disobedient, or I don't yield to what God is saying to me. So I'm meditating on this word day and night about obedience. And when I'm done with it, because I am going to do some research on it, and I'm going to meditate on this, and I will be speaking about it one day. But obedience, just being obedient to him and to my mother or whoever else that reference in my life as an elder. So just be waiting out for that, because it's coming, and I'm working on that. So first topic tonight, I want to talk about Charlie Kirk. So I want to talk about this. I did a video on it um, when it first came out. I did a video that night. It was later than this. I could pretty much say. So I did a video on it, and I was talking about about his assassination, and I was basically talking about hate that what the world gives is hate out here, and how it's so much hatred. People don't have reference for nobody else, and the whole nine. Anything that goes on out here, I always see a worldly view, or I see a Christian view. So The Christians look at it one way, the world looks at it another way. The world way is always about hate, and it is what it is. So they all go by the same thing and they all look at the hate. The Christians way points out the hate that I basically talk about. And this was before I even um, seen more about it. So when I first seen it, I went by, it was more politics than anything. Before I seen anything else, it was more of the politics against each other. And like they got one up on the neck, the left and the right. I mean, it gets bizarre. It gets beyond me. I mean, the stuff is so freaking deep where it doesn't even make sense to me. And that what kills me. Because people get so wrapped up in everything else that's going on out here and they feel like, oh, it's okay. Oh, it's okay. However a person feels, and that's the sad thing because regardless of, like I said, regardless of how a person looks at it and view it, when it comes to this man's life, they could look at it like, oh, he didn't like blacks, or oh, he didn't like women, black women, or he didn't like the lefties or right. I don't even know which one is which. I guess it's the left. I don't know. I guess. But um and he was more conservative. The end of the day is this man spoke his mind. He debated. That was his job. He debated against people. He made people open up to look at the view in a different way than how they own mind actually seen it. So if you didn't like the debate, don't participate. Don't be a part of it. You don't even have to listen to it if you've seen it. Or go by what somebody else say. You don't like it, don't listen to it. That's it at the end of the day. And he spoke up on the things of the transgender. And I don't care what anybody say, because I know there was probably one that did it because they hated that man for speaking his truth, his truth on things. So that's how I look at it. The fact that how people celebrated that is so shameful that this man died and his family got to live in the whole thing is bizarre to me. I mean, because the more I look at it, the more information that tries to come out about this, like it was all a whole setup. It's just all crazy. All of it's crazy. So I need people to stay focused though. Like I said, condolences to his family. No. Should anybody death be celebrated? No, it should not. Did anybody celebrate what is that man name? The man that sit up there and ate all them people. I can't even think his name. Jeffrey Dahmer. Did anybody celebrate him when he died? Maybe the people that was in prison. But did anybody else celebrate this man? Now this man done killed all these people. I'm sorry, unalived, allegedly. It ain't even alleged because it's all over the news. Everybody know what he did. So he did that, and was he celebrated? No, he was not. Was he hated upon like that? No, he was not. He had a big fan base because of what he done, which is crazy. So that's my spill on that. My whole thing of it is, people, stay focused on what's going on. Yes, it's sad what happened to Charlie Kirk, and people are so focused on this. Why y'all are focused on this? Focus on what everything else is going on out here. Everything else that's going on that people are not focused on, because the lefty and the righty, they're going to continue to keep doing what they doing, the same old mess as they always do. And then anybody else, um they want to keep all this conflict up. They want to keep all this hate up in this world. Nothing's going to ever change out here, ever, which is sad. And people need to open up their eyes and realize what's actually in front of them instead of what this world is out here talking about. This man lost his life. People are celebrating it because it wasn't of them or he wasn't for them. It's ridiculous. Yes, all these people that lost their lives, all these people, it's people that lose their lives daily, even people that are not famous. It's a sad tragedy. Wake up. Or is anybody talking about? But no, you don't hear the things that people talking about. 64,000 missing Black women across the world. Nobody's talking about that. Nobody was talking about them kids that are missing, all them kids that got taken from Ohio, from Virginia. Nobody's talking about this stuff because who cares, right? Nobody cares because it's not about racism or whatever else is going. It's not about politics. It's not about racism. It's about, oh, it's about me. People, wake up. Wake up out here. I just want y'all to wake up and stop all this madness that's out here. Nobody's talking about that. Anybody, yeah, the story's going across about the young man. I did save him. What is his stuff? Um, let me see. The young man that was hung in the jail. What did I do with that? Did I send it to somebody? I might have just saved it. I'm trying to find it. But nobody's talking about the young man that was just lynched at the school. Let me get it. Nobody wants to talk about that story either because who cares, right? Does that matter to anybody? No, nobody cares about it. Let me see. I know I saved some things, but let me see if I can find it. I thought I saved it. I thought I saved it. I can't. The Travion. Hold on. I got this video. So nobody's talking about this stuff as I was just saying. Hold on. I think I shared it with somebody. I think I did. Nope. Nope. My stomach. I think his name was Demar Travion, and I can't find it right now, but it just came across how he was lynched, and I think it was like Grindon, Mississippi, something like that. And all these people, these truck drivers, these people that's out here just randomly coming up missing, and nobody's speaking about this, but everybody's focused on the wrong stuff. Everybody wants to keep up with the hate. Everybody wants to keep up with all this other stuff. I'm gonna play this video that I just heard today. Uh, um, let me see. This video that I just heard today. I just seen it, and people, when I say that we are so systematic, it's because us as a culture alone, we too busy focused on what we don't have or what we can't get. And the other culture is too focused on making sure that we don't get it. It has to be some type of change out here, period. It has to be a change. And um, we can't continue to keep functioning in that. And it has to be a way, something a little bit better. We could talk about it all day long. We had people back then that was fighting for our rights to try to have the things that we have now. And the only thing that we could do was just talk about it because ain't nobody, we don't have a good civil rights movement anymore at all. So people just want to talk about things and not even try to go out there and make a change for anything, which is crazy. Um, you have to do something. So let me play this video I just heard today. I'm gonna play this video for you, just so you can listen to it just a little bit. I hope it plays all the way through.
Yeah, I'm worried about our nation because it's sick with racism still.
And this is Dr. Martin Luther King.
Just think about the fact that we live in a nation which was founded on the principle that all men are created equal. And yet men are still arguing over whether the color of a man's skin determines the content of his character. And I believe that the Lord told me to say to the United States of America that is sick with militarism and is sick with excessive materialism. Have you ever thought about it? There are between 38 and 50 million people in the United States of America who are poverty stricken, making income less than the poverty level. And yet, this is the richest nation in the history of the world. Our national gross product this year will go beyond $800 billion. And yet, there are between 38 and 50 million people who are poverty stricken. Now, something wrong. A lot of people are afraid to say it. But I don't mind saying it. You see, somebody said to me the other night, don't you think, Dr. King, you are going to have to start speaking more in terms of the administration's policy? Because since you started talking against the war in Vietnam, it's hurt the budget of your organization, and people who once respected you don't respect you anymore. And I had to look over and say, sir, I'm sorry, but you don't know me. I'm not a consensus leader. I don't determine what is right and wrong by looking at the budget of my organization. And I don't determine what is right and wrong by taking a Gallup poll of the majority opinion. And so because there's something wrong, our struggle must continue. And what we must see is that our nation's summers of riots are caused by our nation's winters of delay.
Okay. So I just wanted to play that video for you. I know y'all like, why is she playing this? What they gotta do anything? It's just to let you know, even back then, how as he was a pastor and he was also a civil rights leader. He's letting you know the world systematic and how nothing's going to never change and how racism will never change. I always believed coming up we didn't have it as bad as our grandparents or great grandparents that had to deal with racism. um I say our parents just a little bit, but not as bad. They probably was just in it just a little bit. But our great grandparents and our parents and our grandparents, they had to deal with it more. And how I always felt that our generation will be able to see racism go away, but it's not, and it won't. and I'm just determined at this point that it won't. And then I said, okay, well maybe my children generation will see it go away. It won't. They won't. They won't. They don't see it as bad, and they won't really notice it as we do because we've been there. But it's just horrible that this world is still based off of racism. And we need a change. We really need a change. Alrighty. That's my spiel on that. I was only trying to give y'all 30 minutes, but I'm on here a little bit longer. So my topic tonight was, do love come with stipulations or boundaries? I think. Let me see. I think that was um it was something like that. I believe that's the name of it. I did write it down. If y'all able to see my live, then y'all know for sure. But um does love come with stipulations or boundaries? So my thing is, I don't know if y'all want to talk about it or whatever, but um if you have not joined in, if you're not listening in or whatever, just leave a comment in the comment section just to let me know your thoughts on it, your thoughts and opinion on what I just said about the world systematic, Charlie Kirk, whatever we're talking about, even this topic. Just let me know your thoughts on it. Does love come with stipulations or boundaries? I would say most definitely boundaries. Stipulations, I can say some people put stipulations on a relationship, but I think it just depends on what it is. Most definitely boundaries, though. When it comes to a relationship, I feel like in all things you need to set boundaries. For married people, I think it needs to be some type of boundary, but I know that as you are committed, it's supposed to be you're one. So it's not like it's a big boundary. I am really trying to cut this thing off my wrist, y'all. I'm sorry. And I can't cut it off. There we go. So does it come with it? I would say I think it does come with stipulations. I'm sorry, with boundaries for sure. Um, Certain things with your space, you need your space sometimes, and I'm just speaking. I'm not really saying as a married couple, but even married people need their space, but they need their space too. And stipulations, I feel like um it can be a stipulation depending on what it is, though. I don't think a lot of people like the word stipulation, and um it's like a demand. I don't feel like a relationship should have that. And I feel like somebody will feel uneasy about a stipulation that another person put them on, or put them, that demands them to do. So I wouldn't say that, but I most definitely would say it is a boundary that everybody should be able to set when it comes to family, when it comes to friends, when it comes to relationships. Most definitely, I do. I know with that being said, it's especially with my kids. I never really set a boundary, which I should. I never really set that. I think I had it more set as when they were younger, but they had the right to have a lot of access to me. And I feel like the older that they are getting, that I should have had that in place. I'll put it that way. And I didn't do it. And now it's like, okay, hold on. You invading my space, you invading my privacy. And that's something that I should have had set in stone as they were coming up, you know, from little babes. So I should have most definitely had that. And my boys they different because they're not here, but I just have my girls here, and I should have most definitely had it set with them because they're a little bit different. I love my girls, but they're a little bit different. Um, so just let me know y'all thoughts on that. How do y'all feel behind that? Do you feel like it comes with your relationship, your love? Does it comes with a stipulation or a boundary? Just let me know your thoughts on it, um, and let me know how y'all feel about it. Please leave something in the comment section. I will appreciate it. And don't forget, like I said, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and share the video out. If you have that opportunity to, please do. I would appreciate it. Um, Come on, I need my subscribers. I need y'all to come on and build that up for me. And then lastly, my last conversation. So I did that one pretty quick. Maybe because ain't nobody commenting on here. But my last conversation I want to have. Do you feel like Ciara was wrong? If nobody knows the story, let me go on and tell you about it. Let me go on and break it down to you a little bit. Okay, so Ciara, she's married. Ciara, she's married to Russell Wilson, and she have her first child is by what's his name? Future. I'm sorry, y'all. Like I know y'all like she ain't even. I do know, but it's hard for me to think right now. I'm tired, super drained, and this anesthesia wearing off. So she had a baby by Future. Her first child, her first son was by Future. So she's been married to Russell Wilson for some time now. They have 3 kids, I believe. So together. So she decided that she wanted to change Little Future's last name. And I don't even know if that's his first name. Sorry, forgive me, y'all. But she wanted to change her son's last name. And she wanted to change his name to Wilson, which is her married name. And I see it's an uproar on social media and people talking about it. So I didn't have any backstory of it when I first heard it. I didn't know anything of it. Um, so I was just like, what? Like, what? And I'm like, oh my goodness, I got to do some research on that story because I didn't know at first and I didn't know like what was going on. So the more I heard about it, it was like she wanted to change his name and get his name changed. I've heard stories, still, I'm hearing stories that Future didn't find out about it until like after it was done or in the midst of it. He just found out about it and he had the attitude like he didn't care. Like, oh, well. And then I'm hearing, people saying, well, he should be tripping because he got XYZ kids and, she's more stable. You hear the men dogging out Ciara. Okay. I always got to be this like peacemaker out here and look at the story like in a positive way, right? I try not to look at any story wrong, but if you're wrong, you're wrong at the end of the day, and I will call that out as well. Um, if you feel like you're right and you want somebody to be on your side, I'm not that person. Sorry, I'm not that person. But um, the more I heard of the story, and I was like, okay, I could see. As a mother, I had to put I had to step in her shoes a little bit because I am a mother. I am a mother of 4, and I had 2 bonus kids that were a part of my life. They were older than my children. And I had two bonus kids, and I had my four children. My oldest is adopted. My other three were by my ex-husband. So, with that being said, my adopted child has the same name as my other three children that were by my ex-husband because he was the first, my adopted son. So, and my bonus kids. So he has that name. And I put myself in that situation because even when I decided to get a divorce, which I'm going to make this a topic, when I decided to get a divorce, I decided to keep my married last name. It's going to be a different topic. It's not going to be today, but it's going to be a topic. And I decided to keep it because, for one, my kids have that name. My oldest son has that name. And without dealing with changing things for school purposes, or I had a lot of stuff in that name and just going back and forth. No, I said, I'm going to just leave it to what it is now for right now. I got one more child in school, then, hey, I could change it if I want to after she graduates. But in Ciara's situation, I looked at it as if I had another, I hate the word baby daddy. If I had a child by another man and all my other kids are by my husband, the child probably looks at it like, hey, everybody has that last name but me, even my mother. And she's a mother at the end of the day. It's not like she said, oh, this man's a deadbeat. And I'm not saying he is, and I'm not saying he's not, because I don't know his situation. I don't know what they're living. So that's their business at the end of the day. But she's looking at it like he's the only one without it. My husband has been good to has been good to him since he first decided to come in our lives. It's not only his name, it's her name too, because she's married to this man. So I want my son to have the same last name as us. Oh, I need some water. I'm sorry, y'all. I want my child to have the same last name as us. Do I feel like it's wrong? No. Am I taking up for her because I'm a woman? No. I'm taking up for her because I'm a mother. And I know how it is being a mother. So everybody that's out there and want to be hard on her and want to look down on her, stop it. Because y'all haven't walked in her shoes or walked in anybody else's shoes. So quit being so hard on her and open up your eyes and look at the situation. She's a mother at the end of the day. She's doing what's best that she feels that is for herself and for her child. Even if that's not the case, she's not doing it just to sit up her and spite him, because why would she do that? She's happily married. So it's not like, oh, I'm gonna just sit up her and press his buttons today because that's what I feel like doing. That's not what it is. That man, speaking on Russell Wilson, he loves that child. I was looking at his videos, and he loves that little boy. He made a vow that he will be there to take care of him when he first met Ciara. And this is his conversation with God, not with her, with God. I love that he referenced God. He talks to God. He has a relationship with God before anything. Before anything. And I hate for men to be so prideful where they can't humble themselves enough to even reference God, to even have that relationship and to talk to God. Because at the end of the day, what comes out your mouth is what you're feeling in your heart. And this man stated he talked to God and God told him, which is a good thing. He humbled himself enough, and it didn't only bless them in their union, they blessed with more other children. And he loves his wife. I love that. I love the relationship. Kudos to you, Ciara. I'm so happy for you. Everybody don't get what you have, but I am so happy for you out here. And if you ever come across this video, I'm not sure, but I'm happy for you. And speaking on what happened, like I said, I don't feel like it's wrong. I'm coming from a mother's perspective because I am a mother, and I go hard for my kids. And if you are a good mother, you will go hard for yours too. At the end of the day, so it's not all about pleasing them to that point. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you want it to all be equal, and that's it. That's it. That's all. So that's my spill on that for today, y'all. I am truly done. I'm done. I'm done ranting. I'm done venting. I just wanted to get that out. But as I told y'all before, I will be doing my podcast now on Thursdays. And I promise I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna do it at 8 o'clock, like I said. Today I had this procedure, so I had to get my life. So I didn't get on here until late. But I promise I will be coming on Thursdays at 8 o'clock. Make sure y'all tune in. I hope everybody that missed the video that y'all will hit that notification button so y'all will know the days that I do come on here. And like I said, I invited y'all out to my church service. So if you have that opportunity to come out, please come out. Come out. I hear that word. Get filled with love. It's different. It's not based off of religion. I will say that. So come on out. Here's some good word. It's gonna be good. So like, subscribe. Please share the video out with somebody, anybody. And thank you all for the ones that did tune in. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. And I will check you out. I will be posting some more videos. I'm going to get the videos together this week. But I will check you out next Thursday for sure. What is that? Next Thursday for sure. Tune in Thursdays now. No more Sundays, no more Tuesdays. Thursdays at 8 o'clock. So make sure you tune in. Love you all. Oh, don't forget, I'm having merchandise. If you want to get some shirts and stuff, hopefully I'll have some. Hopefully, I'm waiting on my manufacturer. Get these shirts and hoodies out. It's getting a little bit chilly. It's fall. It's coming around the corner. You need a sweatshirt. Make sure you get one. But keep it real with Kita. And I have some other stuff that I'm putting on there too. So make sure you grab you a shirt and then or a t-shirt, whatever. So my merchandise will be coming soon. I hope sooner than expected. But thank you all for tuning in. I love you. Have a great night. And have a blessed Friday. Lord's willing, we will be able to see this. I pray for everybody. I pray for this world that God takes control of your mind, that He gives you the peace of mind and not be so wrapped up in everything that's going on in this world. So I'm going to continue to pray for you. And I'm going to continue to pray for you and just focus on what you need to be focused. It's too much going on out here. It's too much going on out here. I'm sorry, y'all. It's too much. People want to believe they things that they ain't. Uh, it's so much going on out in this world today. We need God. Time is winding down. It's getting worse. It's time to wrap it up. Get your mind together. Get focused. Get right with God before it's too late. That's it. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. Have a great night. Love you all.